Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers Showcase video. In today's video, as per request, I am looking at a land vehicle. Now this one is kind of funny actually. You have to engage those landing gears behind you or you are going to get sent flying by those big guns on the top there. But I'll come to that in just a second. So this thing right behind me is called the RAAB, or Rapid Anti-Air Blitzer. It's got a fair few mods on it, and it's just a lot of fun just to fire those giant, almost minigun like turrets at the top there, because they have such a kickback and they do a lot of damage. So pressing F10 and finding the RAAB, whoop, there it is. This ship weighs in at 733 small blocks. So it's a nice small one. It's not a very small vehicle in comparison to me. It is still quite a big boy, but yes, it's a lot of fun. So to demonstrate what I meant by the turrets, I'm going to use this one over here. And we're going to shoot it just a little bit. And then I'll just go do a little tour of the outside, show you a little bit of what that thing can do, and that will be it. So aiming this up, okay, so aiming that up, we got the Mart script on here, firing. Amazing, isn't it? You have to engage those landing gear or it will send you out to space. Admittedly, I am on a low gravity moon, but still, look at that go. Anyway, that's enough of that, and I'll come over to the proper vehicle here. So this vehicle features a lot of guns on it because it's an anti-air deterrence vehicle. You're going to park this up where the enemies are going to be flying in and you're going to blast them out of the sky. It's got an auto-stabilizing system to make sure you don't go flying when you fire it, and it does have a turret on it just to help you shoot things down. So starting at the very front here, we just got a nice little front in the red and the black, which sort of curves around, giving it a nice non-squarish look. Slightly below it, we've got some spotlights, because they're always needed on vehicles. And above that, we have got a modded turret. Yes. Behind that, we've got our glorious anti-air turret, which, like you saw earlier, just sends you flying. But it is a lot of fun to use. Word of warning though, when you spawn this in, one mod is missing, but you can simply just plop down a camera there, add it to the Mart group, and then you're good to go. Anyway, as we come around the side, there's not too much to talk about. We've got some wheels here. We still got the red on the black going on. Then we come over to this. This is our deploying stabilizer. It's a rotor on the blast door edge on another rotor on the blast door edge attached to a landing gear. So that which is that fall down and out, hit the ground and lock, and it will allow you to fire without risking yourself floating off into space. Above that, we've got some unfinished blocks just for a little bit of decoration. And then coming around the back there, not too much to talk about, but we do have a connector and some more interior lights. So we'll use this to connect up to our main base, put more ammunition into this, and then you can go off and blast your enemies. Coming over to the top there, we can just see up here where we got some artificial mass and timer blocks. The timer blocks are for the stabilizers to drop down and deploy. As for the main turret itself, it's advanced rotors attached onto regular rotors, all set up for the Mart, which allows you to control a self-made turret with your mouse, so you can move it up and down, left and right. And yes, that about covers it on the outside. There isn't too much to talk about. It is just a lot of fun to blast stuff with those turrets. If I was to come underneath there, there's still not too much to talk about. We can see the wheels there on how they've been connected up, and that's about it. Now, because there isn't much going on with the outside, we can take a sneaky look on the interior, which is all hidden away. So we've got some cargo containers coming through here. We've got some artificial mass, our timer blocks. As we move along to here, you probably heard it. This is our hydrogen engines. We have an O2H2 generator, and we should have some tanks in here. Coming along to the front, we have our modded cockpit. Yes, so we can only access it from this little hole up here. On the outside, it looks like that. It can be a little bit fiddly to get into, but it seems good enough to get in a emergency. Coming down and inside, this is what we get. You can't really see it when you're in the seat, but we've got a conveyor which is coming all the way around and down and underneath. In front of us, we've got a small little programmable block, And then over there, you just see me sitting outside. And with that all said and done, that is it for the outside. So now it's time to get inside and show you what it can do. So up here, so I'm just standing on top, we just move around. It's kind of hard because the hitbox of the turret is very large and it's preventing me from walking forwards like so. But we can just look down at the right angle. There we are. And in we get. So in first person view, this is what we get from sitting in the seat. It's a little bit dark in here and we've got a little programmable block at the front there. If I come into the control menu and find the programmable block, we can see we've got the mouse aimed rotor script, which is how we're going to control that big turret at the top there. And I believe that is still moving and doing its own thing. Bringing up the HUD, we've got a few options. Number one is to shoot the turret on top. And if we were just to move our mouse around, we can move this up and down, left and right. If you cannot do that, you will need to come over to here and find the turret and just unlock the rotor, because it spawns in with it locked by default to make sure it doesn't go clang as soon as you drop it into the world. Number two is the camera, which you may have to place on yourself depending on if it spawns. This simply allows you to look around and aim the turret. Number three is to turn the turret on the front on and off. Number four is to control a said turret. So there we go, we're going to blast that. It's just a box standard turret. Number six is to deploy our stabilizers. So there we go, it'll start dropping down exceptionally slow. And it will just get into place. There we are, once it hits the ground, it'll lock. There we are. And now we're good to go with the first button. So we still get a fair amount of kickback, but we're not going to go flying anytime soon. And here is a slightly closer look at the turrets. There we are. They are bloody glorious to look at. Look at that. I might strap at least 100 onto my ship. That would be great to look at. Anyway, number 7 is to undeploy these stabilizers. So pressing that, landing gear will unlock. It'll turn off the auto lock system and fold back into itself. Number 8 is to turn the lights on the front on and off. So pressing number 8, there we go. Number 9 is to turn on and off the turret rotor. So turning that on, now we cannot move the turret. So you can turn it off here, or you can do it in the menu like I showed you just a minute ago. And yeah, you will have to do that when you spawn it in. So going for a little drive, we are on a very low gravity planet, but this is the first time I believe I've actually done a video on Titan. And I've been wanting to do it for quite a while. We just drive around here. We've got a pretty good amount of control, turning around and all that. Stopping, being a vehicle, we just put the parking brake on and we stop in a very good time. It is a very maneuverable vehicle and pretty good on a low gravity planet. So now it's time to start shooting stuff with that turret. So we're going to need to deploy these. Put our parking brake on, stop here. And we're going to shoot. Yes, there are a few wreckages around here from where I've been playing with this turret. Now we can unlock this, aim with the camera, turn ourselves around, and we're going to shoot that. Now it absolutely shreds anything it sets his eyes on. Look at that. It can just push it around, blow it up. If I let the fog clear, or the smoke clear even, there is not too much remaining of that vehicle, but it does seem to have a bit of a mind of its own. Not too sure how that's happening. But let's just ignore it, shall we? Then we can turn around and aim at this one. It's just trying to disable their turret first. Just blast them. I can come out of that and just aim it like so. And there we go. And then we have that thing over there, which is a little mining ship that I was going to do, but unfortunately I couldn't find a good way to showcase it, because the pistons, which you need to deploy with the drills on the end of them, were not exactly long enough to hit stuff, so I'm going to have to blow it up. And there we go. Just lift it up, keep shooting it. Look at the spread though, that is quite a deadly spread on it. But now I think we should spawn in a larger ship and shoot that. This is basically the end of the video. This is all that vehicle can do. It's a plain but still nice looking outside. Great gun on top, very good gun on top, and it's a lot of fun to use. I can highly recommend downloading and playing around with it, even if it is just to grab the turret off the top. So whose ship is going to get blown up? Oh, means I'm in space, I can bring in the blackjack. There it is. This is a fairly big ship, actually. It always catches me off guard, this one. There we go. Spin it around. Bit more. There we are. But we can bring this a little bit closer. And that'll do. Right next to it, I'm going to spawn in another ship. So there's that. Ah, yes, it can't quite handle the planet's gravity, I don't think. Whose else? That's a bit big. Ooh, we could spawn in that. Ooh, what else could I spawn in? Block limit is turned on, so it's quite difficult. I could bring that in. That's always quite fun. In fact, yes, let's bring that in. It might be able to spawn in, I'm not too sure. No, PCU limit. Of course. Damn PCU limit. Dex fighter can't really... Ooh, that could... No, that's a bit big. Hammerhead is... Oof, could work, actually. We could get this in. Modded, okay. Better not. In fact, yeah, we could try this one. This is a fairly sizey ship. I quite remember this one. It'll drop, hopefully it won't break. Good. But now it's time to get back into this and start shooting them. So getting into the cockpit like so. Turning around this. I don't think I need to use the camera for this because we are point blank. And here it goes. Right, I will use the camera. It just destroys everything. It's just deleting blocks. It's not as strong as the beam lasers because they would just tear through this completely. But this is enough just to say, go away or you're going to get destroyed. Take that, ore detector. And that thruster pod. Right, I think that's enough of that one. Let's try this one. Oof, the game is not liking this one. So let's just shoot this one in one place and see how far we can go. So looking all the way through. I think we've gone all the way through with that one. I will just do that right here. Just drill my way through the ship in an unconventional style. Right, so let's hop out of here and just take a look at the damage, and then I will end this video. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep shooting stuff with that turret. So this poor blackjack has, well, he's had his front torn off. Took a bit longer than I was expecting to do. So there's that. And then we got this, where I just pummeled it for quite a long time. We have gone through a lot of blocks to the opposite side. Once again, not too much damage, really. You could survive this if you're moving at speed. Over here, however, I've sort of hit into there. Ooh, actually, that cargo container got very lucky. Came through here. Yeah, that cargo container was really lucky. In fact, I think I took 2 of them out, so that could have put a spanner in the works for that ship. And you know what's going to happen. We're going to get some speed. We're going to ramp up. Just going to turn this around. And we're going to boost. Yes, a unconventional thruster. Which can destroy yourself. Oh no, look what's happened. Oh dear. Space Engineers is great, isn't it? Anyway, that is it for the Rapid Anti-Air Blitzer. It'll be in the description below if you want to download and try it yourself. I highly recommend you do, because you can do stuff like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with a proper video some point soon. Bye bye.